2:17 a.m. Your phone explodes with an emergency alert. The sound is so loud, it jerks you awake instantly. You reach for the screen, still half asleep. The message flashes in red letters, "Missile launch detected." For a moment, your brain refuses to process the words. Missile? That can't be real. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe it's another military drill. But then you hear it. The sirens. A deep mechanical howl spreading across the city. Low, slow, unmistakable. Air raid sirens. You've heard them before during tests. But tonight something feels different. Outside your window, lights begin turning on in neighboring buildings. People stepping onto balconies, looking up, trying to understand what's happening. Then a second alert appears on your phone. Multiple missile launches detected. Estimated arrival time 9 minutes. Suddenly the night doesn't feel quiet anymore. Somewhere far away, someone just started a war, and the missiles are already in the air. The sirens multiply across the city, one district after another. Soon the entire skyline is filled with the same eerie mechanical wail. People begin flooding into the streets, some running, some confused, some still staring at their phones in disbelief. Emergency alerts appear everywhere. Televisions turn on in apartment windows. Breaking news banners fill the screens. Missile attack confirmed. Military analysts appear within minutes. Their voices tense. Their faces pale. Satellite images begin appearing beside them. Thermal signatures rising from launch sites hundreds of miles away. Long white trails climbing upward into the upper atmosphere. Ballistic missiles, dozens of them. Inside underground military command centers, radar screens begin lighting up. One signal appears, then another, then 10 more. Operators stare at the incoming trajectories, each one representing a weapon traveling faster than the speed of sound. Some aimed toward military bases, some toward cities. The pattern becomes clear almost immediately. This isn't a warning. This isn't a test. This is a coordinated strike, and the missiles are already halfway to their targets. Your phone vibrates again. Another alert appears. Impact estimate, 7 minutes. You step onto the balcony. Dozens of neighbors are doing the same, some recording the sky with their phones, others whispering nervously. A child somewhere in the building starts crying. The sky above still looks calm, dark, silent, but everyone knows something is coming. Your phone buzzes again. Impact estimate, 5 minutes. In the distance, you suddenly see movement. Thin streaks of light rising from the horizon. Interceptor missiles. Air defense systems activating. Rockets racing upward toward the incoming warheads. Seconds later, the first explosion appears high above the clouds. A bright flash. Then another, and another. The sky begins flickering like distant lightning. Each flash means an incoming missile has just been destroyed. People around you gasp, someone shouts. But then another streak of light appears, lower, faster. Your phone vibrates again. Impact estimate, 2 minutes. Now the sky is alive with motion, interceptor rockets launching, explosions lighting the clouds. Burning debris falling slowly through the darkness. And then, a deep boom shakes the city. Far away, a massive column of smoke rises into the night sky. One missile made it through. Within minutes, the entire city changes. Emergency vehicles race through the streets, sirens screaming in every direction. Ambulances, fire trucks, military patrols, searchlights sweep across the sky looking for additional threats. Your phone vibrates again. Another alert, additional launches detected. The radar systems are still tracking incoming objects. More missiles, more drones, more aircraft. Across military bases in the region, fighter jets scramble into the air. Pilots receive urgent instructions through their headsets. Protect strategic targets. Intercept hostile aircraft. Prepare for retaliation. Highways leading out of the city quickly become jammed with thousands of vehicles. Families trying to escape, parents loading children into cars, gas stations running out of fuel. Some people rushing toward underground shelters, others simply standing outside, staring upward, trying to understand how the world changed so quickly. Because only an hour ago, everything was normal. News networks across the world switch to emergency coverage. Maps appear showing the expanding conflict zone. Missile launches, air defense intercepts, military bases under attack. Satellite images reveal something even more worrying. Additional launch platforms preparing for the next strike. Naval fleets moving toward the region. Aircraft carriers repositioning. Military alliances activating defense agreements. Across multiple countries, airspace begins shutting down, flights cancelled, borders tightening, financial markets freezing, diplomats urgently calling one another behind closed doors. Because everyone is asking the same terrifying question: is this a limited strike, or the beginning of a much larger war? Meanwhile, the sky above your city continues flashing with distant explosions. Interceptor missiles launching again and again. Some succeed, some fail, and every time one slips through, another explosion echoes somewhere across the skyline. Hours pass, but the night never feels quiet. Your apartment building trembles slightly with each distant shockwave. Windows rattle, dust drifts softly from the ceiling. You sit on the floor beside the balcony door, your phone glowing in your hands, watching live news feeds, watching videos uploaded seconds after each explosion, watching the war unfold in real time. Messages from family members begin arriving, some from other cities, some from other countries, all asking the same question: are you safe? You type a reply, but hesitate before pressing send, because honestly, you don't know the answer. Eventually, the sirens stop. For the first time in hours, the city becomes quiet again. Smoke drifts slowly across the skyline. Emergency lights flash in the distance. You step back onto the balcony. The horizon glows faintly red from fires burning miles away. Your phone vibrates again. Another emergency alert appears. New missile launch detected. Estimated impact time, 7 minutes. You stare at the message, then slowly look back up at the dark sky, waiting, listening, because now you understand something terrifying. The first wave of the war is already over, and the second wave is already on its way.